My name is Pamina Swainaina. I'm the head of recruitment at Corporate Staffing Services. So today I want to discuss a very important document in your job search, and that is the CV. And I'll talk from a recruiter's perspective because my day job involves going through the CVs, and from the CV being able to identify whether a candidate meets the requirements of the job, and from here we're able to invite you for an interview. So what are the elements of a good CV? When it comes to CV writing, a good CV definitely contains the personal information. And when it comes to personal information, we are talking about your full names. We are talking about your contact details. In here, you can have the postal address and a professional looking email address. The other aspect of a good CV is I need to see a career objective or career profile, if you like. And for these, I want to see what kind of, it's basically a summary of who you are, what have you done, what kind of skills you have, and basically what you'd want in a job. And a career profile is normally 2 to 3 sentences. You have to keep it brief and short. Some of the other personal details required in a CV would include the date of birth and the marital status. The other information to include in a CV include the education and professional certification. So, and in here, most of the problems I find with candidates is when they give an outline of the grades that they got. So you find someone has gone through the 4 years course, and then they want to give a breakdown, of each of those units they took. That is wrong, and what it does is that at the end of the day, you find your CV is too long. The other mistake is where now for the professional certification, let's say accounting, you want to put at every stage, Again, just put your the highest stage. So if you're CPA Part 2, that's only what you put. You don't need to give a breakdown from, let's say, KATC, where you started. When it comes also now to your education background, some people wonder, do you put KCPE or do you stop at KCSE? My advice is it depends. If you're a fresh graduate with no experience, you can even put the KCPE. But if you're someone with 5 years of experience, in fact 3 years and above, I would say just stop at the KCSE stage. And with the KCSE, just indicate the grade and the school which you attended and the year. We don't need to know maths, you got which grade, English, unless from the advert it's specific that you have to provide those details. Now when you're done with that, there's what we call the key skills and competencies. And this is basically to, for lack of a better word, pimping your CV. And here is where you give a general overview of the kind of skills you've gathered. This could be through training or on-job experience. So some of the skills may be very specific to the profession, or they are those skills you feel they are personal, personal strengths. So here is where I encourage people to put, if you're competent in MS Office, you can include there. If let's say it's reporting, you're good at that, include there. Communication, If let's say someone in communication and they're good at video editing, or that's one of the skills they have, you can put there. If it's an accountant, you've dealt with KRA, just say that. Taxation matters, competent. Yeah. So after you're done with that, now you come to the work experience bit. And a good outline of work experience is where you indicate the name of the job title you had. You indicate the employer name, details, that's the name. And then also we want to see the duration. And after that, you follow it with the duties and the responsibilities. Let me say also at this stage, for every responsibility, you have to include achievements. And we'll talk more about achievements in another session. But for under each job, you put achievements. Then, it makes a difference how you structure the wordings of the different jobs that you've had. So if it's your current job, it's always recommended for you to put it in the present tense. But if it's something you did earlier on, other employers or different jobs, just put it in past tense. So that's the main difference. After now the work experience, we also want to see other trainings and seminars attended. Then after that, you can put the awards, any awards you've received, whether professional or at the company level. Yeah. Membership details, if you're a member of a certain organization. Nowadays, it's very common for employers to ask whether you're a member. That's also where you indicate. Yeah. So after that, then you come to the interests. What are your interests? Professional interests. I've seen people write socializing, watching TV, reading newspapers and magazines. For me, those ones don't count as professional interest or hobbies. And we are going to tackle these later on. So lastly, we need to see referees. It's a common habit in the Western market for them to write referees are available upon request. However, in Kenya, we haven't reached that stage. Employers still expect you to send a CV with the referees. Yeah. So from where I see it, there's no general format that you're supposed to use when it comes to crafting a CV. However, whichever format you use, it should include those details that I've highlighted.